Hello and welcome along and welcome back to Six Ashes. It is 7:30 in the morning, early winter, and we are headed down to the shop because we've had a great demand for carrots. Absolutely incredible. We've just finished that mammoth carrot harvesting live stream. We've got over, I think it was 200,000 litres of carrots. And immediately we've got a great demand for them. So we'll have a look at that when we get down there. We need a whole load of equipment to load them up. And as well, we need to start turning our fields around. So we're going to get the TW25 plowing the carrot field. We're going to get these two tractors loaded up with some conveyor belts, and we're also going to get ourselves a nice big lorry to do these sales. So let's bring this into here. We can park up, and hopefully by the time we've got all of this sorted, we should have some extra daylight as well. So you can see here our great demand is still holding. We've got a great demand for carrots at £318. That compares to our usual top price of 278. In fact, you can see it's topping out at that at the moment. So we absolutely want to get our carrots sold right now. To do that, we need four things. First up, we need this man truck. We're going to get this in a little bit better of a color scheme. I think we might go for the JCB yellow on it at the moment and grab that. Wheel types, I think we're going to be on the road mainly, so we'll go with the lizard wheels. No need for GPS. That is a pretty nice setup there. And we want to lease this. And on the back of that, we need a trailer. We're going to go for this. This is the Cramp SB230 1070. We're going to grab this. This has a nice belt unloader as well. Works great for root crops. We have a choice of Trelleborg Michelins. So it's the Trelleborgs with the standard tires we're going to go for. 3,978 to lease this, so we'll lease that as well. Then we need something to load it up with, and originally I was going to go and have a look at this, which is the Grimmy PS 511 from the Grimmy DLC, but I think getting this back to our farm is going to be a pain, and I think trying to get it where I want to in order to load stuff up is going to be a pain as well. So instead, we're going to go for the more standard lizard belt instead. I'm going to get that in the Onyx and just have a nice black belt for this. We are actually going to buy this outright. We're going to need this for loading stuff in future. And then we got the Quantum belt as well. We need this too. We're not going to buy this. We're going to lease this. It's fairly cheap per day. So let's grab a lease on that as well. So there we go. There are our new vehicles. We've got over here our conveyor belt, both our conveyor belts, our other ones hidden behind there. We've got our trailer and we've got our very big yellow man truck. Right-hand drive, because of course we are on a British map. Bought the Ford TW25 up here. I don't think I actually need it. We don't have a plow to replace that's bigger than the little massy one we have now, so we're going to drop that back off at the farm when we get back there. First thing I want to do though is our little 6810. We're going to grab the smaller of the conveyor belts with that. Should be able to slip between here with it. Yeah, there we go. And we'll grab the smaller conveyor belt with this. Then we're going to hook up to the bigger conveyor belt with the 7840. Now, the way I want to do that, I want to go and actually change the 7840 slightly first. Get our care wheels off that and get something a little bit more substantial onto this tractor. So let's go and change our wheels around. And that will, of course, mean we need to reconnect our front loader on here, but we're going to need this with its front loader up there as well to clear things up. So let's do that. Customize this tractor, and we're going to take it to the Michelin wheels. Just a standard set of wheels on here, I think. Don't need the wides or the duals. The wheel weights actually would be a good idea though. Configuration, we want front attacher, and we've got the front loader attacher, so that is all good. A £300 upgrade. Reconnect that. And now we have a good set of wheel weights on here. Helps to just offset everything as well. Convoy is all set up and we are ready to hit the road. So let's get ourselves back up to our storage facility, our storage warehouse, and get these carrots loaded. And we've made it down to our storage facility with our rather funny convoy. Had a little bit of a problem with the 7840 pulling that conveyor. It didn't overly like it, to be honest. So I'm just gonna stop that, follow me there, so that we can just pull this one in here and get this like so. Disconnect that. Move this tractor out of the way, and we're going to have to open up this door in order to get this to work. Right, there we go. Now, I kind of want to get it to do out the other side, but wow, that is already picking up carrots at that point. That is good news. Let's go forwards and get that stuck into the carrots then. If it's picking them up at that range, that really bodes well for us being able to get all of this here from this position. So let's pull this one up next. Stop to follow me on the man truck. Bring this into here. And we'll turn off our beacon because we don't need that flashing. Disconnect that and get this tractor out of the way as well. And we're just gonna bring this over here and then connect this up. And that is straight into this. And if we come out of here, look at that. That up to there. Extend it out. And we can easily get our truck pulled across the front of this now. Let's start up the man truck. Get it uncovered. And start loading up carrots. This is potentially worth, I've worked out, about £62,000. Kind of wonder how much this man truck is per day. Per day, it's 1,300. So it's not too bad. We can keep this around for a few days, get all of our crops sold with this setup. But while that's loading up, we're going to head back down to here, grab ourselves our plow and get our carrot field re-plowed and ready for next year. We've got the canola going into that field, so it's going to need plowing before it gets reseeded. We're also going to put some slurry on it at some point. We'll do that before it actually gets planted rather than before we do the plowing, which would probably be the better time to do it. But while we've got this field workable, I definitely want to work it. The air temperature is dropping as we go into winter, and getting these fields ready for the spring is kind of the top importance right now. And we're going to be able to spread slurry before we are able to actually get our fields seeded, because we don't want to be seeding the canola when it's too cold for it to germinate. So let's get this field ploughed. Course generation, headland around 3. We want to auto width this and see what that does. Generate me a course. Yep, that is going the right way around and everything, starting in this corner, and you can see why we harvested that field as we did. It is the squarest way of doing this field. And away we go, starting in the other direction from the first waypoint. And it should just do this field fine. And this is why we have the T-dub. I would like to get another or a more modern plow for this, but we'll see how we go. For now, let's just let it go. First load, let's get this down to our sell point, and we're headed up to Sprouts Farmers Market. That is where on our map? That is where we sold these all to last time. And we're expecting about 4 loads that we're going to have to do in this truck today for this. So let's get our covers up, get this on, and yeah, we've got sort of slightly carroty JCB yellow on this truck. Yeah, let's get this down to Sprouts Farmers Market and see how much our first load of 59,000 litres is worth. And Sprouts Farmers Market is just here on the right. We've gone past the other entrance to it, so we're gonna swing around and come in this way, which we'd have to go out of anyway, I think. And it's up here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. So how do we get into there to sell this? Let's have a look at this. Around the back in here. I think it's the first time I've tried to sell something in this place. And it's quite a convoluted way to get into it. Wow. Yeah, previously, I think last year, these all went into the sell point at the shop. I think it was just the garage that took all of these last time. This time, it is a very different place, which is a lot tighter to get into. So we know to stay well away from that wall. There we go. And we need to stay well away from the shed as well. We've got it round. We'll get it in and we'll tip it up and we'll see how much this 59,000 litres makes. And with everything emptied, 18,844 litres. Absolutely fantastic start. So we've got at least, I think we've got about 4 of those. So that's slightly lower than I expected. We do still have our great demand on. So interesting that that has come out at that. Hopefully we're going to make the money I think we're going to. But that seems a little bit lower than I was expecting. We'll return it to our shed for our second load, drop the cover, and just pull it underneath our carrot conveyor and load that up. That should just keep pulling from our pile, hopefully. What I want to look at is exactly how many litres did we get off this field of carrots in the end. We got a total of 212,993 litres. We're looking at making, it reckons 55,000 in total. I think we can make a little bit more than that with a great demand. It's going to take a little while for our trailer to fill with carrots. So while we're waiting, I've actually come back down here because we've got a couple of jobs that need doing down at the main farm. Our horses need a little bit of oats and a little bit of carrots, which we've got some down here for feeding them. And then we also need to bring a bale spike back up to our BGA, because we have a big stack of silage bales we could be selling off today as well. So hopefully what we're going to do is we're just going to give some carrots and some oats to our horses. They should be all right for pretty much everything else. Yeah, so they need oats and they need carrots, and actually we'll give them a silage bale as well. A haylage bale, as we're calling them, and that will keep the horses happy for a while. And with the horse helper running, we know that we're going to be making a decent amount of money. They're going to want a lot more oats than that. There we go. That's got that handled. Got the excess, so we'll put that back in our pile. What I want to get is some boxes that we can put this stuff into. Get stuff cleaned up around this yard a bit now that we've decided that this is going to be our main yard, and we want everything to be nice and tidy around here. We do need to clean up around here a little bit. Grab some boxes for the horse feed, I think, and maybe, well, we know that we need to get a grain store in here. I'm still looking for just the right grain store that's going to fit in to our yard. Either something that we can put down there and maybe replace the green barn again, or something that we can build behind this barn here. I'm liking how this yard is developing. I've been umming and erring a little bit about this main shed, but it does seem to be working. And to be perfectly honest, we're going to be putting our main vehicles in the shed we've currently got all of the crop in, once that's got cleared, probably in the next couple of episodes. There we go. There are the carrots. So clear up the excess. And back we go. bucket, and we're just going to go and grab the bale spikes from in this shed quickly. And then we can grab one of these haylage bales that we've got over here. Put that next to the hay bale that we've got sitting in the field, ready for the horses. And that will keep them going for a while. Kind of glad I put these wheel weights on the back. Still deciding whether I'm going to put the more maneuverable 6810, doing stuff with the front loader here, and maybe get a 7610 to do the carting and things that the 6810 does now, and then have this as a sort of a second tractor to do spraying and things like that, which would work out quite well. We're getting to the point where a fourth tractor, as I've said the last few episodes, would probably be a really useful thing to have here. But with that done, let's go back up to the BGA, see if our trailer's full, and see if we have another load of carrots to get sold. As we get back down here, I can see that, yeah, either we've run out of carrots within range of our conveyor, or we're fully loaded up. So let's jump out of this and jump into here and see if this is full. Yep, this is full. So that's still picking up carrots, that conveyor belt. That's good news. Let's get this down to our sell point and make some more money. Let's see if we can get the right entrance this time, which is this one here. Oh, coming in about a little bit fast, but we have made it in here safely. So I want to hug this Rollo truck. Yeah. See if we can't back this up this time without any issues. Oh, right near that shed, but we're good. And tip it out, and I'm actually going to clear this green cone this time. Look at that. Such a huge trailer full of carrots. And there we go. All emptied. Another 18,863. That takes us up to 36,000, 37,000 and something. Not bad off 2 loads. We have one more full load and one partial load to go. We are going to be well over 60,000 selling these carrots today. I hadn't expected to sell these carrots quite so soon, so I'm always happy to see a great demand pop up, especially when it's a huge crop like this one. That makes so much sense to us. Now, while this is filling up here, we're going to go and continue this job, get our 7840 down to our trailer over here. And I think is this the Marston or the Cane trailer that we've got here? I think this is the Cane. Yeah, this is the Cane bale trailer. So we're gonna undo the straps on this, and we've got a whole load of grass silage. So this is what we tried to make into horse silage, and failed, quite honestly. This is everything we cut off there and then wrapped up, and as somebody said in the comments, what we actually needed to do was give it another level of tedding before we would have got it to horse silage, which fits with the whole idea that horse silage is actually haylage, just given a different name. And I'm half tempted to go into the language files and get it called haylage rather than horse silage, which is a bit of a misnomer, because as I've said many times before, you would, and has been said to me many times before, you wouldn't feed silage to horses. Haylage, on the other hand, is something that you do actually feed to horses. Last 2 bales, make sure we get them nice and securely on here, and then just load them up, and then that is that trailer freed and can be returned to our farm as well. And it looks like from here our trailer has been filled again, so we can go and have a look at exactly how many carrots we've got left in our warehouse now and get them sold. So let's take this back over that way. Yeah, get this. We can get this cane trailer back down the other end now. Full to 59,000 again. We've got a pile left. So let's go and get this lot sold and see how much we get up to with this. We should be hitting somewhere about 55,000 at this point, which was the estimate that we were given for the field by Precision Farming. Getting this truck down to the stables to do selling of the other crops is going to be really tough. It's going to be a very, very careful maneuver, I think, to get this around that very tight yard. And I'm just trying to think how I'm going to do it. And when we go forwards and we're doing the grain store and getting that built, I'm going to have to think very, very carefully about how that's positioned so that we can actually get a truck like this into the yard and get all of the crops, get it maneuvered around and get all of the crops loaded up. Let's see if we can't get this to go round a little bit. There, that's nicer. That's much nicer. It has still got us where we are not turning the truck far enough, though. There we go. Bring it round. You can keep everything that little bit straight and do it. Then it works a little bit better. The other way would be to come in the other end. Let's tip that and see how much that does. Can we come in this other end here and come round? Yeah, we can. So to come in the other end, and we've got slightly less of a sharp corner and a little bit more maneuverability coming in from this side. So I might have to try that in future. Another 18,863 harvest income. We are doing very, very nicely off this now. This should now be our last load of carrots. Will this reach up to there to fill that? I don't know. But we're going to give it a good go. It does seem to be pulling from most of this pile. If it doesn't, what we can do is we'll just move this a little bit closer in and then reattach our main one. There's still plenty of reach on that top conveyor to get these in. So we should be fine. Checking in on our TW25, and course play for once seems to be behaving itself. The width seems good, the offset seems good, and this field is very quickly being ploughed. It is the only field of our fields that we need to plough. So we got 17, 11, and 10. We actually only own, we've got 12 and 13. 12, very much, I am tempted to turn to an arable field for next year. It is like, with that much loam in it, it would make sense. It's almost, to me, would be a good idea to switch fields 12 and 17. 17 this year gave us a lower yield than expected. We got 65, we did get 65,000 litres off it though. So, yeah, field 12, we don't have anything on it yet. We've got, we had 173,000 litres off 12 and 13. 13 actually has alfalfa in it. That if we're good, we might be able to get cut in the next sort of day and get that done for the end of the year. And possibly put the horse grass up there because, again, the top end of field 10, the one where we've currently got the horse grass, would make a great arable field. And our conveyors have stopped. We are going to have to do this. So let's detach that, move this into a position where it's going to load up more carrots, which is over here somewhere. There we go. That should do it. And get overloading, hopefully. And then this here, start the engine up on this as well. And move this forwards. Like so. Make sure we're still targeted out of the door. And this is where the fun positioning comes. Get that there and there. Perfect. So connect them up. And then finally, finally we need to extend this out again until we are over, hopefully over the trailer. And if we unfold this, we can then get a very good ability to maneuver this a little bit better. And hopefully get it over our truck again. It's going to be a case of maneuvering the truck a little bit to the point where it then, we get it right up against our shed, but still be able to unload. So bring this in here. Yeah, there we go. And we're still under it. Now let's see if we can get this overloading from these. Not that one. That one. Turn on belt. There we go. Right, and connect that up. That will pick these up. And we are all good. Yep, there we go. It's still picking them up. And that will finish loading our trailer. Pile is going down nicely, and all this is going to fit into our trailer. How full is our truck, or how full is our trailer? 28,000, so yeah, 30,000 litres for the rest of this should all fit in here. And well over half a trailer, which is really good. This should send us, it's not quite going to be £100,000 that we have on the farm, but it is gonna be fairly close. I think we might get over 90,000 with this trailer. Should do, as we're well over half full. Yeah, 57% full. Let's go and take this last load and get this sold. And then I'd say that's been a pretty productive day. TW25 will get finished in a bit, and that will be that field plowed. So yeah, this has been a really productive day with the silage. We should end up over 100,000 by next video, which is brilliant. And we haven't even sold most of the rest of our crops for this year yet. And down to sprouts for the final time. Let's just pull this in here and get this done. Round we go. Oh, it's still tight with that truck there. So reverse it up. Oh, actually, we need to come forward a little bit further than I was expecting there. Right, and reverse it up. Yeah, much easier to access this sell point from the other side. I wish I'd worked that out the other 3 times. But there we go. Sell this. That's emptying out there. Yeah, not a full trailer. So those are gone fairly quickly. And another 10,700 up to 91,000, which is brilliant. We'll just stop the reversing sound. And let's have a quick look and see how much we've made today. And our total from harvest income is 67,338. That's really good. We made 3,500 from our livery stable, which is brilliant, although that is steadily going down, so we need to probably address that. We've also spent 1,500 on wage payment. That is because we got the TW doing the plowing, and vehicle leasing costs. We spent 12,000 getting this set up, but we spent a fair amount on vehicle leasing costs, getting the carrots harvested as well. And finally, new vehicles, we got ourselves a new conveyor belt. So we're all good, actually. I'm very, very pleased with the fact that we've made 67,000 on the carrots today. That has been excellent. And that is where I'm going to leave today's video. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.